I've got a Marilyn Monroe signed handwritten poem.
Wow.
It was appraised at $48,000.
Does it work? That's really high-tech lighting system for a rocket.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. I've got an item for sale today. This item is extremely unique. How many Marilyn Monroe handwritten poems are still out there?
So performances over in Korea. She was kind of known for responding to letters herself. Marilyn probably connected with normal people because she came from a pretty humble background. Before she was famous, if this is a genuine poem written by one of the biggest sex symbols of all time, we've got something really special here.
So am I.
It's a good thing she was known for her acting and not her poetry.
With the letter and the picture.
So, have you ever had this checked out?
I have.
Got it. He works for PSA. They're one of the most reputable signature people there is out there.
Wonderful.
My dad always whines about keeping the shop clean, and it's me and Chum's turn to clean up a bit. Even though most of this clutter comes from my dad and the old man.
Just working, bro.
My dad and the old man constantly make a mess back here, and then,
Labor.
he's an entertaining distraction, to say the least.
I can help you with that clutter. What do you want to do with the Fonz? That's my era.
Your dad loves that thing, Big Hoss.
I know he loves the thing.
It's only worth what the frame's worth.
All right, here.
Sweet. How do I look?
That's something I want you to take a look at.
Yeah, I've got about all the crappy suitcases I need, bud.
Well, this isn't just any case. This is a hybrid rocket mounted in a case. Just because the parts are high value. About Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic, which is going to take very rich people to space.
This is pretty damn cool. I cannot believe that we have the engine
Invented until World War II by the Nazis. The V-2 rocket that were next to impossible to shoot down because they were so damn fast.
Right.
Well, how much thrust does the thing put out?
You get
Tank down here or something like
Yeah,
that?
there's a small tank.
Goes into this tube. It gets real hot. So what are all these knobs and everything?
This knob is what controls the amount of nitrous oxide. Then you have the acrylic here, and we made it so you can see the combustion happening on the inside. All right.
This rocket does get a lot of cool points. But if it works, the inner nerd in me really wants it. A guy came in with a hybrid rocket motor in a suitcase.
And I'm just going to use a regular lighter, and I'm going to light the fuse.
And then when it burns in there, you turn on the nitrous oxide.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be mean, but I was expecting a 20-foot flame and things like that. But who am I going to sell it to?
Hey, you never know when a rocket scientist is going to walk in.
But a rocket. Thanks, though, dude.
Yeah, thanks for seeing. This thing was definitely worth $3,000. It takes a lot of time to design and build and research everything.
So it's pretty refreshing when they actually do something right.
Still needs a little work, but I like it.
What do you mean you sold it?
I sold it to Davy Deals.
Picture when I was a kid and was the coolest thing in the world to me. You know, I found out later that he faked the signature, but it's my Fonzie picture.
You forged this.
Whatever.
I guess you're gonna have to go buy it off Davy.
There's been a few times where I've seen handwritten letters, not really a handwritten poem. I mean, I know there's some of her work out there, but it's very
$500, but an unpublished poem by Marilyn Monroe written by her could go for $40,000 or $50,000.
Okay.
The first thing you have to remember with her autograph, kind of always rushed, kind of sloppy, but she kind of had a beauty to it too, kind of like her. And if you start to look at the exemplants, used to like to use a red pen. And I'm going to pull something up here to show you. This is a signature. It's pretty widely known throughout the industry. When we see these photos,
But I'm a lot more interested in the poem because that's where the money will be. I can't imagine someone having their secretary write their poems for them.
Next, I'd like to analyze the poem, and I brought us. It's two different worlds.
Yeah, they look absolutely nothing alike.
Yeah. This was unfortunately penned in someone else's hand and not Marilyn Monroe. It was probably the photo postcard. The poem, unfortunately, because it's really hard to tie it to her. You're probably looking at something that's in the $40 to $50 range just as a collectible.
Well, I wish it were real, man. I mean, we'd both make a lot of money, but
Absolutely.
as it sits, there's really nothing I could owe it.
Corey and Chum sold my signed Fonzie picture to Davey.
Why would you have something phony in your shop?
Okay, my dad did it. It was as a joke, because I loved the Fonz when I was a kid, and he wrote that on there himself. So give me my Fonz.
Well, I
back.
sold it.
What, you've sold it already?
Yeah, it's bad. I'm gonna give you the guy's name and address. I'm not responsible.
Here's his address.
You're a used car salesman. How can you look any worse?
I'm one step above a lawyer.
So I'm here to sell my boob. I have a Dow Corning silicone breast implant circa 1964. It's an extremely rare item, and I think for a 49-year-old boob, it might look pretty good.
Believe it or not, they were trying to do breast augmentations now. I mean, most women knew that they existed, but they thought they're only for women with breast cancer, stuff like that. Come to find out, nowadays it's extremely common, especially here in Vegas.
This is a very special implant because of the 4 sections that you see here that was supposed to help the breast adhere to the woman. Had tens of thousands of lawsuits against them.
But after years and years of research, they started bringing the silicone back.
Yes.
I'll do 500. I mean, if you saw it and didn't know what it was, you would have no idea what it was.
I drove out to Henderson, the guy who supposedly bought it.
Oh, my God.
Really, it's been here the whole time?
No, it hasn't been here the whole time. When you freaked out, I called